Joining us now, once again, here on the Hill, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., former presidential candidate. Mr. Kennedy, thanks for being back with us. Appreciate it.
Blake, thanks for having me.
Of course, you got it. So when you suspended your campaign a couple weeks ago, you said that the numbers that you saw, your internal numbers, showed that if you stayed in the race in the swing states, you would help Kamala Harris and the Democrats. But as it stands right now, you can't get your name off the ballot in some of those states. And so I wonder if that's the reality, even though you're trying. At the end of the day, are you going to end up helping Kamala Harris?
Well, we're hoping that that is not the result. I mean, the irony is that the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, was suing me across almost all of these states to try to keep me off the ballot, and they're now suing me to keep me on the ballot in those states. And there's been this very, very peculiar and unique and paradoxical inversion. But if we do appear on the ballot, I think there's some states that we want to get off, and we're not going to be able to get off. But we're going to send a very strong message out that people who are my supporters, we want them to vote for President Trump.
Will you go there yourself?
Me into Washington.
Yeah, will you go there yourself and tell? Yeah, will you go to those states and say, you know what? I know my name's on the ballot, but I support Donald Trump. Don't vote for him. Don't vote for me. Would you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. I already intend to do that. We're planning a Make America Healthy Again tour, where we're going to visit almost all of those states. So I will be doing rallies in each of those states over the next 61 days. We want to, if we're going to accomplish the mission that I set out to accomplish when I got into this campaign, to end the censorship, to end the surveillance, to get out of the Ukraine war and unravel the war machine, and the chronic disease epidemic, the only way to do that is to get President Trump in the White House and me into Washington. So we're going to pull out all the stops to make sure that happens.
Are you going to be alongside Donald Trump, essentially campaigning with him in those states?
I may be. I don't, we don't know. We haven't worked out the entire schedule, but certainly I'll probably do rallies with him and with other surrogates for President Trump. We're co-planning these rallies, the Make America Healthy Again rallies and the Drain the Swamp rallies with the Trump campaign, and we expect the Trump campaign to show up at the rallies too. So we're gonna, I will be campaigning side by side with the president and with members of his family and with other members of his campaign.
What are the states in which you think you can help him, and what are the states in which, on the opposite, you think you might hurt him?
Most of the states, Blake, I actually take more. Our polling show that I take about 57 to 60% of my voters say, and this was pretty consistent throughout the campaign, said that if I left the campaign that they would vote for President Trump. There were a couple of states that were anomalous where, where my presence in the state actually helped President Trump. But for most of the states, my presence hurts President Trump. There's a couple of red states or a couple of blue states. What we did is we've tried to get out of all of the swing states. And there are a couple of the red and blue states that we're also trying to get off of right now, to make sure that when President Trump gets in there, that he has both an electoral college victory and an election victory, so that makes it easier for him to govern.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.